Okay, I don't know if I just made the copies wrong or if this is how it was. You have your drill today. Then we have multiplication. Ah, can't get this. Okay, then we have division. Okay, so the drill, it's just basic multiplication. Now, with your multiplication. Now, your multiplication right here, this is a 4x3 sheet. Do not get overwhelmed. Do not get worried. It's going to be fine. Okay? Now, just take it one number at a time. So, we have 1,325 times 970. So, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I'm going to line up my numbers. Okay, and I'm also going to write neat. Because if I can't read it, I don't know what I'm doing. And I can mess up. All right, so I'm going to start in the ones position, which is my 0. And I already know 0 times any number is 0. So 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. That's easy enough, right? Okay, so I'm done with the 0. Now I'm moving over to the 7. And since the 7 is in the tens place, I'm going to put a 0 down right there. Now I can start. 7 times 5 is 35. So I put the 5 here, and I carry the 3. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. Now 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 1 is 22. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 is 9. All right. Now we're moving over to the hundreds place. So that means I got to put 1, 2 zeros. Now I'll just work it. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 4 is 22. Now, 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 2 is 29. And then 9 times 1 is 9, plus 2 is 11. All right, so all now we have to do is just went blank, add. All right, so zeros, 0 and 5. 7 plus 5 is 12, carry my 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 9 plus 9 is 18. 2, 1. Okay. Now, as you notice, I wrote a little smaller than compared to when I was doing the other multiplication problems because of space issues. If space is an issue, you can use a separate sheet of notebook paper, but it needs to be lined up and numbered. But you should be able to fit all your information if you keep stuff lined up just like this. And if you need to, I wish I had a ruler up here. I'll just use this. Okay. You can take like a straight edge like this and line it up. Okay, line it up with the tip right there. Okay. And all you have to do, in this way, you keep your stuff in the right kind of like zone so you're not getting you know, in the other line's business. Because that is when people mess up their numbers. So we'll just keep it like this. So just do this. And that way, we can keep everything nice and clear. There we go. So now, we'll just do that. Okay. So you have your lines, or your rows. Okay. So let's go over to 1,832 times 336. So once again, I'm going to start in my ones place. 6 times 2 is 12. So I put my 2 here, kick up the 1. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 is 49. And then 1 times 6 is 6, plus 4 is 10. All right, now we're moving over to the tens place where the 3 is, the bottom 3. Okay, because of that, I'm going to put a 0 right there. And it's lined up with the ones place. So now all I got to do is 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 8 is 24. No, it's not. Yes, it is. 24. Had a moment. Sorry. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Now, I put 2 zeros because I'm going over to the hundreds place. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip for life here. Same number, same number. I already put my zeros in, so now all I need to do is just copy what I wrote down from the line above, because it's the same number. Okay? So 2, and then 9 and 6 is 15. Carry my 1. 9 and 9, 18. 6 is 24. 1 is 25. 13, 14, 15. 9, 10, 11. 6. Okay. 1,292 times 436. Okay, once again, starting our ones place. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 6 times 9 is 54. Plus 1 is 55. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 5 is 17. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Okay, now moving over to the tens place. So put my 0 right there. Now I just got to multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 9 is 27. So I put my 7 here. Carry my 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And then 3 times 1 is 3. Now, moving to my 4s, which is in the hundreds place. So 1, 2. And just multiply. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Now we just add. 2, 11, carry my 1. This is 14, plus 8 would be 22. Yep, 22, plus 1 is 23. All right, this is 14 right here. 21, 22, 23. 4, 5, 6. 5. All right, one more. I have 1,802 times 956. So we're going to go 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 4 is 10. All right, now I'm moving over to the 5, which is in the tens place. 5 times 2 is 10. Right here. Carry my 1. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9. Now, moving over to the 9 right here, which is in the hundreds place. So I go 1, 2, and then we just multiply from here. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 7 is 16. Okay, I have a 2, 1, that's 16, 17. 2, that's 10, 11, 12. There we go. All right, so you have 12 you need to do, okay? You'll be fine. Just follow the steps. Slow and steady wins the race, okay? You'll be fine. All right, with division, we're working with 4-digit by 2-digit numbers. Once again, just take a breath. You'll be fine. And you probably should get out a scratch sheet of paper. You can use the back of an old something, or if you have notebook paper, you can use it. I got some white paper that I messed up on the printing job, and it printed out little bitty dots on the bottom, so I'm using that. So, let's go. All right. So, I have 3,470 divided by 36. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my divisor, and I'm going to say, okay, will 36 go into 3? No. Will 36 go into 34? No. Close, but no. So now I'm left with how many times will 36 go into 300? I'm not 300. Yeah, I am. Yes. Three. I went blank there for a second. 347. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, in my head, I'm going to go, okay, so 36 will not go into that, but it will go into this. So, and I know that 36 times 10, it can't happen. So I'm just going to start with 36 times 9 and see what I get. Okay, so 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 5 is 32. Is that right? I'm questioning myself here. It's 27. Yeah, that's 32. So it is 9 times. All right, so then I'm going to take this right here, the 324, and I'm going to subtract it from 347. Okay, when I do that, I get a difference of 23. And then I bring down my 0. Because remember, you divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, and sometimes you may have a remainder. So, now, how many times will 3, remember our little thing here, how many times will 3 go into 23 without going over? Well, the answer is 7 times, because 3 times 7 is 21. So I'm going to go 36 times 7 and see what I get. That's 42, 21, 25. Okay, that's too much. So that tells me that I need to go down some. So let's try 6. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 3 is 21. All right, that gives me 216, which I can subtract from 230. So you will have remainders on this sheet. Now, I know because of my math knowledge and my number sense, I know that I don't need to borrow because I know that 16 from 30 is 14. So we have a remainder of 14. Now, how do you check it to make it correct? Well, I'm going to show you a way to check it. And for time purposes, for checking, this is the only time I actually allow or say like you can use a calculator just to check it. What you do is you take 36 times 96. You get 3,456. Then you add the 14, and your answer should be the same as your dividend. And it is. Okay? So that's how you know that you got your problem right, if you want to go and check it. You can also do it on pencil paper. So you would do like 96 times 36. But for time purposes, you can use that's when you could use your cell phone. And that's the only time I really ever allow that, is just to check your work, just to do that. And if it doesn't add up, you put the calculator away and you try to figure out where you went wrong. Sometimes it's just a simple subtraction problem that you may have messed up on. And then other times you just multiplied wrong. So just go back and check your work. All right, 836 divided by 19. Now, 19 is awfully close to 20. So I'm going to think in my head, 20. So how many times will 20 go into 83 without going over? 4 times. So I'm going to go 19 times 4, 36, and I get 76. Pretty close to me. So that's 76. Now 76 from 83 gives me a difference of 7. Now, what I have to do is I have to drop down the 6, and I have 76 again. So I know that that is 4. And remember, to check it, all you have to do is 44 times 19. And there you go. That's how you know you get it right. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. I have 4,075 divided by 81. All right, I know that 81 will not go into 4. I also know that it will not go into 40. But it might, it actually will, go into 407. So how many times will 8 go into 40 without going over? 5 times. So 81 times 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Well, that's pretty close, isn't it? So 5. And that is 405. I get a difference of 25. Whoops, sorry. Got a little ahead of myself there. I don't have a thing here. Sorry. This is 25. Now, you will have problems like, this is going to kill me. 1 second. You will have problems like this, and this is fine. So all you have to do, will 81 go into 25? No, it will not. I don't have any other numbers to bring down, and we're not into decimals yet. So what you do is you put a 0 here, and you have a remainder of 25. Because there's nothing else you could do. So just to check it, I'm going to get my calculator. I'm going to go 50 times 81 equals that plus 25. There's a glare. And it should match, and it does, your dividends here. All right, so I want you to continue doing this. You will have remainders on some of them. I'm not going to tell you which ones. But this is the one time I will say, you can check your problems with the calculator, but please, I'm trusting you not to actually use it to do the work. So that is it for Friday. I hope that you all have a great weekend and also a safe and healthy Thanksgiving. Just remember to follow the social distancing stuff. And y'all, just be safe. Don't eat too much. And don't make yourself sick. I'll see y'all when I see you. Bye.